guys, this is Michel Jourdain Jr, driver of the number 9 Axalta Racing Freightliner racing truck and of the number 40 NASCAR Big Series Mexico car. Really looking forward for the rest of the 2018 season and the future with Axalta Racing. I started racing when I was 12 in a series called Formula Junior. I raced there for a couple of years. It was a series for kids from 12 to 16 years old. And what initially attracted me to racing, I guess it was just going to the races and seeing my dad and my uncles and everybody race. First when I was like 6, 7, I wanted to be a soccer player, but I didn't like it much. Well, I wasn't good at it at all. And then the only thing I wanted to do and the only thing I have wanted to do since then is being a race car driver. My earliest racing memory is hard to know exactly date. I remember very well when my dad did the 2 IndyCar races that came to Mexico in 1980 and 1981, so I was like 3 and 4 years old. I remember being in the car and the mechanics pushing the car and I was in the cockpit. So I'm going to the races. I was going to the track since I was born, so it's really hard to tell the earliest one. My favorite racer growing up was hard to tell, but for sure I always looked up to my dad. He didn't race much. He raced a lot before I was born and not much when I was little. Then he raced again and I was lucky enough to race with him a lot. Also my uncles, and I really admired from them that they would drive a Formula V, a touring car, a stock car or whatever and jump from one to another. Growing a little bit older, I always looked up and I was very lucky to race against Michel Jourdain Jr. And the same, he was very successful in Indy cars, but he was really good in stock cars. He was IROC champion, he won in sprint cars, and you know, I also admire a lot Mario Andretti because of the same. You know, he won in every kind of car that he drove, and he would drive a Formula 1 car one weekend, a sprint car, an Indy car, a stock car, weekend after weekend. So that's something I also like to do. I really didn't have a mentor growing up in racing. I mean, of course, there was always someone around, but no one, I mean, of course, my dad was promoting races, so he couldn't spend the time with me to mentor me. I had people always helping me. The first ones I would think of is the Bulldogs brothers, Alejandro and Jorge. They were very, very important in my earliest days of my career. After them I drove for Jose Legarza, who was IndyCar Rookie of the Year, and he owned a team. And after that I went to the United States to race Indy cars. So they were the closest things to a mentor, I would think.